Hello, and welcome to the S-Word Live. Renee here, sales strategist, TEDx speaker, and author, and I'm coming to you live from Detroit today. So if you are running a business anywhere in the world right now, a lot has shifted more toward virtual communication than ever before. So whether you're living in the States or you're living abroad, a lot of us have been put on a stay-at-home, shelter-in-place order. And so for those of us who've been working online for years, this is really not too impactful to our day. We already meet with our clients virtually. We already find clients virtually. We already work in a global economy. But for those of my clients who have brick and mortar and online communication, this is a shift, sometimes slightly, sometimes greatly, to the way they communicate. So today what I want to talk about is connecting with clients in this virtual world. So first of all, I want to say, if we haven't met yet, I have been teaching sales for over 20 years. I've sold millions of dollars in products and services and literally taught thousands of people to sell for the first time. Many of my clients come from a corporate world where they experienced so many great shifts and changes that eventually they decided to hang up their own shingle and start consulting other people on their expertise. Some of them have written books and gone on to speak on stages, but when it comes to the sales part, they just had never had official sales training. They were never responsible for being at the front of the house to be able to outreach and to continue the conversation into the sale. So that is what I do. And so this comes from that space. When it comes to sales, a lot of people can get nervous or, goodness, what do I say? How do I say it? I get invited to podcasts and I get invited to speak a lot on this topic. Hello, Sharika. Say hello as you join. Tell us where you're watching, whether it's live or on the replay. Let us know. So connecting virtually with potential clients. So I am a huge fan of creating a virtual community. And there's a lot of reasons why I like it. First of all, it's how I started my business online. Rewind the tape to 3 years ago. And I came to the online space with no network in the online space, no idea how to connect with people online. I'd only ever done it face to face. So for me, when I came in the online space, what I immediately saw was an opportunity to have a Facebook group. So I needed a reason to create this Facebook group and a reason to invite people to it. But I knew that if I had one, it would give me 3 major, important, amazing pieces to my business, which is number 1, a reason to reach out. Hey, I have this Facebook group. You should come in there because I just needed to figure out the because, and I'll tell you that in a second when I did. And then number 2, hey, I'm so glad you're here. We should get to know each other better. And that might be through posts or comments or virtual community, coffee chats or one-on-one coffee chats. And then the 3rd step is to discover what the people in the community actually need, what they're struggling with, what their thoughts are, what they're reading, what they're talking about, what they're crying about in their bathroom, how much time they're spending on their business, all the different components that help me understand how can I best serve these individuals that are showing up. So those are the 3 main things that having a community give you all the time, on and on and on, ongoing. And I can tell you that my community has grown from 8 people to over 2,000 people nearly organically. So yes, I have had a few Facebook ads out there, but they all are geared towards coming into the community for free. But that community has helped me not only grow my network and build my business, but also grow my income and my impact. So I'm so grateful for this community. So this is what I did when I first came to the online space. And whether you're brand new in the online space or whether you've been here for a while, I still like to beat the drum of have a Facebook community. There is no reason why you wouldn't want one. So here's what I did. So I created an online e-magazine when I first came to the online space, and I selected people to connect with, right? That is oh so cool. Yes. So I created a reason to create this online. It was basically an email that I had where I interviewed someone, I told their backstory, I shared about their business model, which was different and interesting to me. I chose people that were interesting and definitely had audiences. I didn't have any audience. And then I interviewed them. And then additional to that, I also brought forth my experience in other ways. I'm also a certified Hatha yoga teacher. I received my certification in 2006. I've taught many classes. I met my former beverage company partners on the floor of the yoga room floor. So I know yoga. So I was in kind of giving that piece of myself also. So I was talking about business models, other moms, and yoga. And sales, the thing that I actually know how to teach, the thing that I actually do for a living. So the magazine had 3 components. People opted in, I received their email, and then they received it electronically. As a benefit, I created sort of an after party as the group. So I invited the people that I interviewed. So the first 8 people were the first in that group, were the first 8 people that I interviewed in my Entrepreneurial Connections magazine. And so it was entrepreneurs that were parents that wanted to connect. And so we wanted to connect the dots on business. We wanted to connect the dots on parenting. We wanted to connect the dots on staying mentally and physically healthy. So that is what the magazine started at. I did 2 rounds of it. I got the first 100 people on my email list, and then I put the magazine to rest, and I started this show. So it was a great spot in my life, and I certainly still look back. Those people that I interviewed, I'm still connected to them. Many of them are still clients of mine. Many of them have been clients of mine over different cycles of our career together. So every single person that you connect with is either a client, a collaborator, or a connector. And so having this e-magazine gave me a reason to reach out. Having the group gave me the most important thing. The reason to reach out to the general public, to more people to come and join us in the conversation, and more importantly, continue the conversation. That's number 2. And then number 3, discover what they actually needed, wanted, and were ready to take action on now. This is why I beat the drum of having a virtual community. It helps us in so many ways. It helps us to reach out, it helps us to continue the conversation, and it helps us to discover and uncover how we might be able to show up and serve a greater population, aka our potential clients, aka the people that help us create a better income and a better impact in the world. So if you want to know more about creating a community, you can certainly, I'm going to give you the link to my community. Come in, request to join. If you haven't been in a while, come back. Everybody in there I have a connection with somehow, some way. We've connected in some other way. Most of the people that I know that are in there, I've actually met in person, because over the past 3 years, I've made it my personal responsibility to go out and reach out and connect. Now that might not be possible today, but a virtual community is more important than ever in today's current events, and it will only continue to grow and be more important. I remember when I saw the most recent Super Bowl and it had a Facebook group ad, I was like, that's right, the Facebook group is the way of the future. So whether they're talking about recipes or rugby or sales conversations or marketing, a Facebook group is a great place, small and large, to be able to continue the conversation and discover what's next for them and for you. So I'll give you the links. I look forward to seeing you soon. I'll see you next week on another edition of the S Word Live.